Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Abby and I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom of 5 kids. My youngest is just about 9 months old. I wanted to do a morning routine video for the spring just to kind of show what my mornings are like right now before we start our school day around 9 a.m. All the things that I do with the baby and the other kids before I start the day. I feel like a lot of the morning routine videos that I find on YouTube are like, I wake up and I run a full marathon and then I make my coffee and then I run a half marathon and then and it's like, okay, I'm a mom of 5. My morning routine is not the, most productive thing. I'm tired when I wake up. I have long nights with the baby, but I still try to get some things done on the regular before we start our school day, some housework, some personal time, things like that. There's a few things that are just markers in my morning that I do that help me feel refreshed and ready for a school day to start. So also, I don't have time to set up angles. I feel like to do a proper morning routine video, I have to actually take 6 hours to do it because I'm setting up camera angles and yada yada. So here's my morning routine from my point of view because I don't have time for that nonsense of setting up angles and showing myself getting out of bed and all that jazz. So maybe the most realistic morning routine video you will see on YouTube. So without further ado, here is my morning routine as a homeschooling mom of 5. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel over here. So my morning starts when Josephine's morning starts with a little nursing session. My alarm typically goes off anywhere between 5:30 and 6:15. Sometimes I set it and then John will take the alarm off if he knows that I've had a really long night with the baby. But no matter what, I'm up at the latest by 6:30. I just have to be. He usually makes a pour over, enough for 2 cups. So I'll have pour over in the morning now. We're trying to get away from all of the plastic in the different types of coffee makers. So pour over it is first thing in the morning. And then once I'm up, I will make us green smoothies. This has been our go-to for a few months now, Monday through Friday, every single morning, just some green protein smoothies. In the morning, I have some time set aside just for myself. John's doing the same thing around this time, although we're not really talking much, just kind of waking up together, doing our Bible reading plan. I'm following along with the Bible recap this year, and I've been doing the reading in the morning and then listening to the podcast in the afternoon, and it's been so great. I've been doing it with a friend, and it's been wonderful. And then I'll spend a little bit of time getting ready, doing my very minimal skincare routine. I don't usually put makeup on until the afternoon, maybe a little closer toward when John's coming home from work and I'm getting ready to head out to run some errands and do dance and all that. So this first little morning hour and a half or so is pretty much just reserved as personal time. Bible reading, waking up, coffee, breakfast, and getting myself ready for the day. This is really important for me. This was not something I used to have in my daily schedule, and it has been so helpful. While I'm spending a little bit of time freshening up and getting ready for the day, John goes ahead and wakes the kids up, and this is where it all gets going. So John wakes the kids up at the latest by 7, and then he heads out the door shortly after, and I go ahead and make breakfast for the kids. I have been making Farmhouse on Boone's sandwich bread recipe. They'll use that for toast quite a few mornings a week, eggs and toast, or I'll use some sourdough discard and make some waffles. We'll have oatmeal some mornings, one morning a week or so it's cereal. Really simple breakfasts over here. I'm not trying to make it too complicated first thing in the morning. Today's video is in partnership with Lovevery. Lovevery provides stage-based play essentials for little ones ages 0 through 4 through Play Kit subscriptions. Through their subscription, you'll be sent a kit of new playthings every 2 to 3 months designed specifically for your child's current age. These products are designed by a team of experts to make sure their playthings are exactly what you and your little one needs and loves at just the right time. The most recent play kit that Josephine received was called the Inspector, and I think it was probably her favorite one yet. in this play kit was a cute ball drop box to help build gross motor skills, a wooden ball set that went along with that drop box, a first signs board book, which was actually really helpful for me too, because I've never done signing with one of my babies, and so this is a great introduction to start teaching her some of these first signs. There was things I see texture cards, which were everyday objects for a baby to get to know, including some that might become very first words. Nesting stacking drip drop cups were one of her favorites. She actually really loved to just like grab them and mouth them, and I would stack them and she would knock them over or try to pull them out when I would have them nest inside one another. You can do pouring water and containment. It's pretty cool. There was also a first puzzle to start developing fine motor and problem solving skills, a treasure basket, which is a Montessori classic, and a felt ball set to go along with that. It took her a little bit to figure this out, but once she got the hang of it, this was one of her favorites. This is one that we will not be setting aside as she gets older. I think this is one she's going to play with for quite a while. And then the most adorable little drinking cup. This little drinking cup is a little stainless steel cup that helps build mouth muscles that will be used later for forming sounds. It also, as with every other box, comes with a play guide for these specific months. So this is for months 7 or 8. And it comes with ways to play, expert tips, development information, and at-home activity ideas for this age. Getting started with a Lovevery subscription is easy. Just enter your child's birth date, pick your starting play kit, and then choose your subscription plan. That's it. So enjoy watching your child engage with stage-appropriate kits suitable for their own age. Thank you so much, Lovevery, for partnering with me once again. Josephine and I, and really all of my kids, love receiving these boxes every couple of months. It's really fun to watch her engage with the toys, and it's really helpful for me and my kids to have a great way to interact with her without having to do too much guesswork about what's age appropriate. So thank you so much, Lovevery. So this time in my planner, I actually have my morning routine kind of written down by the hour, actually my daily schedule written down by the hour. I like to just take it in hour sections and say, for example, the 6 to 7 o'clock hour is reserved for mom to wake up, have coffee, get ready. 7 to 8 o'clock or so is breakfast for the kids. As mentioned earlier, John gets out the door and I, quote unquote, wake the house up. Waking the house up looks like doing those daily tasks that happen every single morning, like running the Roomba, making my bed, getting some essential oils going, turning on some soft music since the kids are waking up and having breakfast. And then once the kids start on their chores shortly after breakfast, I have one chore that I personally do each morning, and then I have more chores, more housekeeping, I guess I should call it, in the afternoon, the more bulk stuff like wiping windows one day a week or, a good kitchen scrub down one day a week. So on this particular morning, the thing that I had written down after my daily tasks was the bathroom. So I do the kids' bathroom, I do our bathroom, and this is more of a deep clean, even though this bathroom gets freshened up every morning as one of the kids' contributions. Once a week or so, I go in and do a deep clean, refill things, make sure corners are actually being scrubbed out, the works, because things get overlooked. Again, even though the dishes are one of the kids' morning contributions, the sink doesn't necessarily get scrubbed out well. So same goes for the bathroom, same goes for the kid who's in charge of doing the garbage. Things need a once over by mom at least once a week, even though they're getting touched every day by the kids. I also have to do laundry every morning. That's part of that morning daily routine. And then another thing that I do each morning as part of the waking the house up and daily tasks thing is I feed my sourdough starter, because typically I get started on a loaf of sandwich bread or an artisan loaf or something like that in the late afternoon or early evening. So I go ahead and feed it first thing in the morning and get it prepped to be worked with in the afternoon. Around 8 o'clock or so is the big, the big disclaimer here, because again, I have a baby. I could be up every hour for days in a row, or I could be sleeping 6 straight hours at a time. You never know. But around 8, I like to go ahead and start prepping for school. At this point, the kids have had breakfast. The kids have gotten their little morning contributions done. They're typically outside playing or just hanging out for a bit before we start our family subjects for school around 9. Some of them like to get at their independent work right away, so some of them will grab an iPad, start working on teaching textbooks or doing some handwriting. But for the most part, they want to hang outside or play with the dog or things like that. And I will spend some time prepping for school and hanging out with the baby. It's important for me to set some time aside to play with her, because otherwise it doesn't happen consistently throughout the day. She just gets little bits and pieces from me before she's in the ergo. So I like to set aside some time to interact with the baby, play with her, either take her for a walk or put her on the swing outside. I realized a while back that unless I'm intentionally putting some outside time for her, a lot of times I go outside with the kids in the backyard while she's taking her nap, and she will go the whole day with maybe going outside for like 5 minutes, which I don't like that. I love being outside in the morning sun. So spend a little bit of time playing with her, getting her dressed and ready, and then taking her outside either on a walk with the kids, or if they're in the backyard on the swing. Then I go ahead and just get family subjects ready for the day, and we get our school day started. So that is my mom of 5 morning routine, everything that I try to get done on a daily basis before we start school at 9. As I mentioned earlier, I will do a homeschool day routine coming up soon, and then I'll do an afternoon and evening routine for you guys, just kind of touching on the things that happen every day, almost without fail here in our house. No bells and whistles, like I said, mom of 5 over here, not trying to reinvent the wheel. So that is my morning routine. Let me know in the comments down below what your morning routines look like, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.